How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing another MTG Pick 2 draft in the new Strixhaven set. I'm Zake of Zake MTG, and we will be diving right in here. It looks like everybody's ready. Let's see what we get. First pick, we get Aziza Mage Tower Captain as our rare. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may tap 3 untapped creatures you control. If you do copy that spell, you may choose new targets for the copy. She's a 2/2 legendary Djinn sorcerer. I mean, that's pretty good if we get some ways to do tokens and stuff like that, because that's really when you're going to be able to use that, is when you can really go wide. And a Braid's going to be a great removal spell in that red-white color pair too, that we can copy if we've got her on the board. Let's do it. Let's try and lean towards the red-white. There's a lot of red here as well. A couple decent red spells. Heated Argument's not bad. It's just a little expensive. Visionary's Dance could be good if we wanted to splash some blue. Not a whole lot else. We're not getting a lot of white cards in this pack, but let's see how the next couple go, and we may pivot away from the red-white and go towards a red-blue maybe for getting Visionary's Dance. I like these first picks though. Expressive Fire Dancer is a pretty decent red 2-drop. We got Orisa Tide Choreographer though, that gives us 2 cards if, and only costs 2 if we have creatures that have total toughness 10 or greater. Not a whole lot in the red here. A couple decent white cards. Social Snub. When you cast this spell while you control a creature, you may copy this spell. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. Each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Ooh. White-black would be really fun to try, actually, but I think we're going to stick to our guns here and maybe lean into red-blue because we've got the Braid already. Visionary's Dance is just nice too. You can cast it for 7 if you have the mana, and like channel it for 2 or discard it to get the essentially the top 2 cards of your library and put 1 in your hand. We've got another decent blue here that gives other creatures flying, the 2/3. A little expensive at 3 mana, but Goblin Glassright's a decent ramp with giving us a treasure token. Got another decent flyer for 4 that lets us draw 2 and then discard 2. Potioner's Trove is great for mana, like fixing if we need it. So we'll take that for now. See what we end up running here. Dual Tactics deals 1 damage to target creature, and it can't block this turn. Melancholic Opponent has Repartee. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. I mean, that could be good. I think I want these 2 though, because they're within our red-blue that we're kind of leaning into. Thunderdrum Soloist ends up being pretty good. You can ping your enemy for 1 if you cast an instant or sorcery, or 3 if you cast one that costs 5 or more. And there's another Visionary's Dance. We might just be tripling down on this card now. I don't think we're going to run 3 copies of it, but we'll take a Spell Pierce and the Burog Banemaker, even though we don't have any black mana for him. Or we most likely won't have any black mana. 2 blue spells in the last pick is insane. Kind of glad we're in the blue-red color pair at that point. Oh, Restoration Seminar. Return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, we might have to lean back into the white because this is an insane card. Paradigm lets you cast a new copy of this spell every single turn. 7 mana is kind of a lot, but if we get there, that stuff's real good. There's a Bitter Triumph. Do we want to lean back into the Repartee color pair here and maybe just splash some red for more target spells? It's hard to know this early in the draft, but I think that might be where we're headed here. Let's just stick with the red-white for now Enos can be pretty good if you've got some good enters triggers. When Enos enters exile up to one other target creature you control, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. And at the beginning of your end step, if one or more cards were put into exile this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Enos. So it works well with the red-white like exile from graveyard combo that we're looking into. Ooh, a repartee white. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, this creature gets +1/+0 and gains lifelink until end of turn. Plus it's got ward 2. It's pretty strong. Oh, and the Ascendant Death Speaker. I just got wrecked by this in a game in the last game I was playing, or the last video I made. So I think we're definitely gonna run this guy with our red-white color pair that we're leaning back towards now. Unsubtle Mockery is also a great removal spell though. I think we'll take these two for now, and if this guy happens to come back around, we'll pick him up. This is looking to be maybe what we want to do here, is lean into a red-white repartee / graveyard exile deck. Colorstorm Stallion is cool. It's a horse that copies itself if you spend 5 or more mana on a spell. This is just a big creature that likes when you spend different colors on it. The 2/2, but then it gets a +1/+1 counter for each color you spend. Rapier Wit's a great target spell. And the Rubble Rouser's in our red-white color pair, so I'll take it for now. And it lets us exile cards from our graveyard too to hit some of these other things, so like Enos, for example. Soaring Stone Glider. As an additional cost to cast the spell, exile 2 cards from your graveyard or pay 2. It's a 4/3 with flying and vigilance. We'll take that, why not? And then another 2/2. Let's see where our creature count is right now. This is a spell. This is a spell. These are a bunch of spells that we're probably not going to run. Diary of Dreams. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a page counter on this artifact. Pay 5, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each page counter. We'll take that. Why not? And this gives us blue and red mana if we wanted to splash some of our blue cards. So we'll take him as well. Another blue and a black that we're probably not going to run. I can actually sideboard these. We're stuck with those 2 cards that are there anyways, so we'll run out the timer while I fix this up a little bit for us. I don't think we'll take Orisa. There's a possibility. Definitely probably not going to take this one. Might take that just for the card draw. Probably not going to take this Barrage Barrage. So what did we get? Suspend Aggression. I actually got this in a last draft and didn't play it, but it fits our color pair this time. So we'll pick it up. Johnny's Response is a great target spell. Destroys a tapped creature or destroys a regular creature for 5. Destroys a tapped creature for 2. When this creature enters, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. I mean, that's good for stuff that cares about things leaving our graveyard. We don't have that many of those. We just have stuff that gets exiled. Yeah, this Banemaker's not going to be in there either. We could get another Enos, but I don't think we need 2 copies of them. I think I'm okay with this. We could take a blue-red land for our fixing for our blue cards. Let's do that instead of the Suspend Aggression. I don't feel like this card's all that good. It's for getting extra enters triggers on your own permanents, I think, but it doesn't really seem like it does that much. This is another great flyer. Ends up stacking 3 counters on itself anytime you cast a spell with 5 or more mana cost. We'll take that. Another Visionary's Dance. People don't want that card for some reason. Eager Glyph Mage gives us a 3/3 and a 1/1 in the air. So we'll take that for now too. This one's nice for targeting your own creatures, but I'm more worried about blowing up our enemies' creatures than anything, I think. So we'll take these 2. Probably put one of those Visionary's Dances into the other side there. A red-white land for our fixing. Stress Stream is a pretty nice 5-cost removal spell. There's also Terramorphic Expanse for fixing. I'm not that sold on any of these, so we'll take the two lands for now. Our deck's looking pretty filled out too, so Honor Bound Page that gives another creature flying and +1/+0, and it's a 3/3 with Burst Strike, so we'll take that. And then, I mean, we could take a Deduce, we could take a 3/3 Elemental. I think that's the move, even though we may not run that card. Vibrant Outburst is pretty decent. I guess why not take the extra Enos since we're a little low on 2-drop creatures. Another Visionary's Dance is crazy. How many of them do we have now? Oh, just one there. Sideboard both of these. And then grab another Muse's Encouragement that I don't think we're going to play either. There we go. All right, let's get into building this deck. I think we're going to keep a lot of our instants and sorceries that are above 5. So this one we could keep. I don't know why that's not letting me just select that to bring it in here, but Chase of Inspiration is nice, but again, we're mostly running red-white here and have a splash of blue. I think we might be splashing too much though, so let's take this out. Let's take out one of those. We can only cast instant or sorceries with the extra mana that we get from this guy. But luckily, except for one card here, our other blues are instants and sorceries. Especially if we get rid of Orisa. I have a feeling the Diary of Dreams might actually turn out to be really good. We're heavy into red, especially in the early game. So we're going to need to make sure we get some red mana in our hand. But this could go pretty well. We're only going to be able to return non-land permanents from the graveyard to the battlefield with this, so hopefully by the time this ends up happening, we've got a few in the graveyard, if we even get to 7 mana for either of these spells. But I think we'll leave it at 41, and we'll get into it and see how it goes. Is there anything else we really need? I don't really see anything currently. I think we just stick with this and we see what happens. And I'm gonna do my best to play a little slower than I did in the last draft, because the last draft I was playing too aggressive in the early game with a deck that just didn't really do much after I played all my cards. So we're hoping to get a little bit more card draw in this deck. Here we are in game 1 with all 3 of our colors in our hand. 3 mana. We have a Ziza in our hand as well. I think we keep this because we can even get some extra creatures with this one. I think that's a keeper. Oh, dropping the Burrog Banemaker turn 1, eh? Red land and pass. He swings in for 1. Does he play a creature? No, he does not. We got our second red land, which is going to be helpful here in the long run. I'm going to wait to cast Aziza for now. So we'll just keep him thinking we're just in red. Then he never knows if we've got red-white or red-blue, or if we're doing some weird red-black deck. On our next turn, we don't have a play unless we play Aziza. He can pump this, but he can only pump it once, so it basically dies no matter what he does. I think I'm just gonna kill it. I'm not that worried about this guy. Although he can get double strike later, so let's not. We'll just save him. We're only gonna take 1 damage or 2 if he pumps it, so. Let's play this. Let's play Aziza. See if he's going to destroy it right off the bat. We don't mind having things end up in our graveyard because our goal is to get to a point where we can return stuff from our graveyard with that paradigm spell. So I would be okay with filling our graveyard as long as we stay alive long enough to cast it. Oh, okay. Emeritus of Woe. This creature enters prepared at the beginning of your end step. If 2 or more creatures died this turn, this creature becomes prepared. Put your library for a card, put that card into your hand, and then shuffle. I really wish we had removal. I don't like that card being there. Play this. Play the Eager Glyph Mage first. So at least we have some bodies to remove him if we need to kill this Emeritus of Woe. But they're probably going to use the Demonic Tutor on this turn. Most likely. Really going hard with the prepared spells here. Wonder if they're ever going to actually cast them though. They can't cast their Rampant Growth right now. Yeah, so they'll search for a card instead. What are you going to do with your 1 mana that you have? Oh. Pretty sure they searched for a forest. And then used it to Rampant Growth into a Plains. Wild. We're going to drop this in so that we can discard the extra red, the extra mountain that we just got, and draw another card. Play our island. Swing in for a big old 1, I think. And just hang out. See what he does. We can create another 3/3 with flying here pretty soon. And then we could give a lot of stuff flying with this guy. We only have 1 card in our graveyard, so we'd have to pay the 5 to get this guy out. We've got a lot of flying creatures here though pretty soon. We could swing in pretty hard with our flyers. I think we need to keep pinging them down though. I get the feeling they've got a combat trick they're trying to do because they have all this mana up. They're looking to take out more than just one of our creatures. So I'm gonna wait. It's in our best interest to try and go pretty wide here. The stat line on this 5/4 is wild. It's a 4-cost 5/4 that also lets you get any card from your hand, or from your deck into your hand. We'll play our Honor Bound Page. Swing in for the 1. Is he gonna remove that right now? Oh yeah. He is definitely going to. That's a sorcery too, so we can't cast it, so we just lose him. Unfortunate. What are you gonna do now, buddy? Another studious first year, eh? This guy's really trying to ramp up to something. He's got 2 white. I wonder if he's got the same spell that we have. It'd be crazy if he also has that paradigm spell. Mono ramp is just insane in this format. It feels like mono ramp might actually be the way to go. Because if you can ramp, you can just beat your opponent with card draw and removal spells like crazy. Oh, alright. Doesn't swing in this time, so they've got like a 5-cost combat trick they were wanting to do on that last turn. We'll play this, and we might sneak in this 3/3 with flying on our next turn. Swing in with our 1/1 again. Try to get the health stat lines a little closer to each other. If we can. I don't know if we can or not. When this creature enters, draw a card. Each player loses 1 life. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, exile up to 1 target creature. Turn that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Ah. Cool, so he's just going to re-prepare his Emeritus of Woe over and over again, I think. He does have to cast some instants to make that happen, or sorceries. But let's see what he goes for here. He does not go for anything, so we're going to cast this now. Exile our land card from our graveyard. We get a bunch of buffs here, and we ping them for 3, and we ping them for 1, and we can tap 3 target creatures to copy it, and then we ping them again, I think. Oh, maybe not, because we didn't actually cast the copy. We're gonna surveil that away. And this too, I think. We don't really need it. Oh, we love that. We're gonna take both of those. Our 7 in the air might actually win this for us. Especially if we can just destroy his biggest stuff. So if we destroy, yeah, I think we actually just win this. Watch this. So we destroy his biggest creature, which lets us ping him for 3. Hey, there you go. That's the dub. He knew it was coming. Those 5-cost spells allowing us to ping them for 4 damage between the 2 creatures, between the Rebel Rouser and the Thunderdrum Soloist, went pretty crazy right there. We took out half of the health he had left, and then another half, and then he was going to get hit by 2 3/3s with flying right here, and a 1/1 with flying, and had nothing to block in the air. 1-0, baby, going into game 2. If they had removed a legendary creature a lot earlier, we would have been a lot more worse off there. We don't have any red mana, and we need red in our early game, so we're gonna have to mulligan this. We have no choice. Ooh, that is not a lot better, but it is better. We get our Thunder Drum and our Expressive Fire Dancer as 2 drops, plus we get an Unsubtle Mockery. I think I'm actually just going to surveil away a Plains here and keep our other 2 lands. We're going to have to hope we get some lands, though, in the first couple draws. At least so that we have Unsubtle Mockery in our back pocket. What an image. Bro's literally a painting and he's getting splashed with red paint. Ah, there we go. There's our second land. Or technically our 3rd land, but we drew the land we needed. Let's go with this guy first again. I feel that he's a better early play. Oh, he's gonna blow him right up. All right. Or return him to our hand. All right, cool. Works for me. He does not want me to have this 2/2 on the board, apparently. And and makes his own 2/2. Okay. We can't get the abstract paint mage yet because we need a red and 2 blue or 2 red and a blue. So we'll play our land and we'll play our rubble rouser so that we have a blocker for this guy. We can discard a card. And I think as much as I'd like to keep it, I think we just discard the paint mage since we can't even play it right now. Potioner Trove's a little better of a draw. If we get a land and we can play our Potioner Trove, then we can play another 2-drop next turn. What do you got, bud? What do you got? Hello? Plays a forest. It's got black, green, blue going on here. Terrafractal, but super early. I might just blow up his Terrafractal, honestly. I did not get the land I was hoping for. I can also just keep playing 1/4s so that I have something to use in the air, but no, let's get the Potioner Trove out just so we're at least getting some mana to keep up with what they're doing. And then we can play our... Oh, that's cool. So we can use this guy to get Enos on the board. And then we can exile and bring back this guy, which lets us discard and draw again. And puts a counter on Enos. I'm gonna discard the Fire Dancer. We want our lands, so that's what we're trying to draw towards for the most part. You gonna blow up Enos, my guy? Nope, just gonna swing for 3. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can get that guy to block. Actually, we'll have to do it next turn. This is what it's looking like. Let's get this out. We can surveil on our next turn too. It's got ward 2. Let's do it. Let's try and get rid of that. See what this guy does here. Is he gonna block? I think he's gonna block. That was not what we were hoping he was gonna do. I'm gonna wait. And I'm actually gonna drop the Spectacular Sky Whale in for now. Such a cool looking card. Now he gets to draw 3 cards because we couldn't get rid of his Emeritus. Also, whenever this creature attacks, you may exile 8 cards from your graveyard. If you do, this creature becomes prepared. Jeez. If you're playing a lot of instants and sorceries, this guy could be pretty stacked pretty fast. Ooh, and then we can Unsubtle Mockery when he swings in. This will be worth it. I have a feeling he's gonna swing because I don't have a way to... Ooh, okay. We're gonna Unsubtle Mockery your other flyer real quick. Get rid of this. Keep that. Next turn we can create 2 3/3 flyers. Because we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I don't really want to take 6 damage right now, so I will block you with the 1/1. Now we just go big. Go big or go home kind of thing. I'm gonna get rid of this because if we get our other card, we can bring these guys back, but we don't have a way to bring that back, so. 4/7 and 2 3/3s in the air. We'll swing with our 3/3, but we'll keep our blockers up. Just in case he has a way to blow up one of our 3/3s. Or a 4/7, for that matter. That way he doesn't get to keep swinging on us with this 6/6 in the air. Not cool, man. What you gonna do? I know you got something in those 3 cards over there. Oh, tap up to 2 target creatures. Okay. Okay, buddy. And remove my other one. All right. Very nice. Bro just has everything he needs. You don't have any mana to pay X, so just do your thing, buddy. Oh, he can actually do this too. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got enough. That's crazy. I have to blow him up. I had no choice there. Sorry, buddy, I didn't want to do it, but we're gonna gain 2 life. And we're gonna go to combat, but we're not gonna swing in, I don't think. Actually, we should. We should just get aggressive here. Keep our Rebel Rouser back in case we want to ping him for damage, but... if he only has some big spells and not... oh my god, he has no creatures. That's crazy. Is he gonna swing? Nope. Alright. Well, I will swing with everything I have that's big then. Oh my god, he's got it again, of course. Why do you have 2 copies of that, my dude? That's crazy. Still got my blocker if I need him. Well, you get my land. Good for you. I'm gonna have to surveil here. I need to make sure I grab what I need on this next turn. Increments, and then he gets the Tenured Concoctor out. He hits us for 4, which I can't block because I really need this to survive. He's not going to pay to transfer anything. I'm going to get rid of this to then surveil. Tell us we can get... oh my god, not a land. That was not what we wanted. Let's exile 2 cards from our graveyard. A land and the Ajani's response. We have to just hold up our stuff here. What do you have now, my guy? An increment creature, okay. Big trampler. But don't I just win in the air here? I do. I just win in the air because you can't. He doesn't have enough blockers. That's GG. Do this. Oops. He doesn't have a way to give it trample, does he? I would have been cooked there if he did. Get my mana. Ping him for 1. Hey, let's go! 2 in a row. Love to see it. That's 2-0 going into game 3. Nice. The little juicy rank up too. This deck is overperforming. I did not expect it to be this good. Ooh, this is a tough starting hand, but I think I'm just gonna go for it. We've had a couple good games. Even if we end up losing on this one, it'll be a good end of the video, so. Oh, Drawing another land was not what I was hoping for there. At least we'll have 2 red sources and 2 white sources though here pretty soon. Drop our expressive fire dancer. I would drop Enos, but we'll get more out of him if we can exile and return another card. Ooh, we did get the Diary of Dreams. Let me do a Potioner's Trove here, so we can keep our ramp going. I bet he'll think we have a spell to cast here. Nope, he didn't. Unfortunate. I was hoping he'd think we had a 1-cost instant, but he's just playing dumb. Alright, the Goblin for some treasure token ramp. Hits us for 1, and then another one with his Thunderdrum Soloist. Or he's going to cast another spell with that treasure token. What do we cast him though? Nothing. Who do I want to get rid of here, or do I just do this? I think we just do this. And then we can Unsubtle Mockery whatever he pulls out next. And when we do that, this will get a page counter. I don't care too much if you hit me for 2 with your Goblin Grassway. I think I let that through, my friend. Okay. He can't cast that right now. So I could blow it up so that he can't draw 2 cards. Yeah, I feel that getting rid of this, getting to do a Surveil, getting a little bonus. Ooh, another removal spell. Big one too. Get our Honor-Bound page out for now though. The first strike 3/3 is pretty strong. We could also do this to get another sorcery right now. And another page counter on our Diary of Dreams. We'll gain 2 life too, why not? Swing in for 4. He doesn't want to block that with his Thunderdrum Soloist, which does not surprise me. I'm pretty glad I got rid of that 5 mana spell though that he had, because he could have started pinging us for 3 with those, so. He blows up our Honor-Bound page, that makes sense. I can blow up his Thunderdrum Soloist with this. And then I can draw a card for 2. Which I think is worth it. Ooh, and then we get the Abyssal Paint Mage too, or Abstract Paint Mage. Huge. None of this really helps us with Enos right now. So I'm waiting to see if maybe we can get another Prepare spell or something else that's worth using that for. But we're gonna get 2 extra mana to spend on our 7-cost spells if we end up getting one of them. It'd be pretty wild if we drew it on this next turn. I would not be upset if we draw our 7-cost 2/3/3 flyers. He's trying to win the race, that is for sure. Oh my, there's no way. When you just call it, my guy, when you just call it. We can now activate this for 1. Get another land. We can double strike swing with our Expressive Fire Dancer, which hits him for 6. And then we can play Enos to exile him and bring him back. so that he's there as a blocker if we need him. Let's go. Coming out with some moves here. We got 2 3/3s to block his 3/3. Is he gonna exile his Stone Docent? Oh no. He's gonna tap target creature and put a stun counter on it. Okay. Probably taps our flyer. What else does this do? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, this creature gets 1/1 until end of turn. And if 5 or more mana was spent, it gets 2/2. Not bad. But then it can only become a 4/4 really, because you're almost never going to do two 5-cost spells in one turn. So let's draw a card real quick. Let's see what happens. That is not an instant or sorcery spell, but we'll cast everybody we got in our hand. We will pass the turn, I think. As much as I'd like to just swing right now, I don't think it's in our best interest because we'll get hit pretty hard on the swing back. We're better off getting an instant or sorcery spell off. Ooh, a stock up, okay. I might let the Paint Mage die if we need to block this Deluge. I think that's going to be the thing we're okay with losing here if we have to. And obviously I'll block the Spellbook Seeker if he swings in with it with the Elemental. Our board is pretty wide right now though. Home Blast the Aziza. Makes sense. Is that what her name is? Aziza. Give us our Paradigm spell, like come on. We want to play it one time. He doesn't want to lose the Deluge Versioso. Ooh, not what we were looking for. So, brother. So he can block 1 in the air, and then he'll still take 3, and then he can block each of our 2/2s. And we'll still get another 3 in. But then he could also just swing back. So I think we just swing with our 3/3s here. We have a reach blocker if we really need it. You gonna block with the Spellbook Seeker, my guy? I think you're gonna want to. You got a spell to protect him? I think he does. Oh, okay. Kill the other one. Nice. At least we blew up his flyer. I will play a white land for now. We don't mind about the board getting cleared because if we're lucky, we get to bring all this back eventually, so. We just gotta draw that dang Paradigm spell. And like I said, I'm not too worried about losing the Paint Mage over the Deluge if he's gonna hit us pretty hard with it. Enos could still grow if we can exile some stuff. Tome Blast that, huh? Okay. That was the flashback version of that spell. It's got Cure All. Mill a card, put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains trample until end of turn. He should have played that first then. He screwed up. He definitely should have played that first. I'm gonna hit him with the oops. Because he would have gotten prepared by that card leaving his graveyard. Another Enos. Does that do anything for me right now? No, because he's legendary. Let's scrap that. I'm hoping that we get another card that we can actually use. I mean, I could just triple block this. He can kill 2 though if I do that. We'll just block with the 2/2. A Rebel Rouser. We'll discard our island and draw another card. Let's draw one more card. Let's see what we get. Ooh, that's huge. Now I get to just start pinging him for 1 in the air every turn if I want. And he's running out of cards too. I get to just continue drawing cards with the Diary of Dreams. This thing has ended up being really nice this game. I would be so far behind if I wasn't drawing 2 cards every turn. Okay, blows up our Thunder Drum Soloist, makes sense. You got 2 mana left. What do you want to do with it? I'm gonna let him hit me for the 4 here. So I'm pretty sure I can swing in hard on this next turn. Especially if I can draw, oh my god. There it is. What would help us the most here though? Definitely the Honor Bound page. Watch him have a counter. It'd be wild if he did. Let's draw a card. We get to draw cards for free now. All we get is a land. Well, we will give our Glyph Mage flying. We might be able to block with the Rebel Rouser, I think. Gain some life. Swing in for 5. And then we'll see what happens here. He's still got a lot of cards in his hand, which is a little concerning. Oh, Enos gets a counter. Goes to a 3/3. Pretty huge for us. Ooh, okay. I need a flyer now, or at least another reach guy. I can bring the Thunder Drum Soloist back next turn. And if I get an instant or sorcery, I can really hit him hard with it. Exile that to deal 1 damage to him. His Deluge Virtuoso that keeps pinging us finally dies. That was not what we were hoping for. Select card to cast. Cast a copy without paying its mana cost. We'll bring this Thunder Drum Soloist back. Let's surveil real quick to make sure we don't draw another land. Oh, huge. We'll braid his flyer. And that should be the game right there. Swing with everybody. Because he's going to have to block at least one of these. And then I can still ping him for 1 with my Rebel Rouser for free. Let's see what he blocks here. Okay. Not what I expected. Okay. I'm gonna gain 2 life. And you're gonna take an extra 1 damage. We'll just get rid of our Visionary's Dance. kills him. He definitely did that wrong. Return target instant or sorcery to your hand. Okay. Visionary's Dance, probably? I don't know that it matters though, dude. Oh. But you can't cast that. You're still cooked, my guy. Your Terramorphic Expanse doesn't give you 3 mana like you need. And you got a Plains. So it still doesn't give you what you need. Good game. Cast another Paradigm. Oh, and there's the concede. 3-0. Let's go. This deck is way outperforming what I thought it would. I was expecting to get absolutely wrecked in the first couple games here. And instead we're on 3 wins going into a possible 4th. That Paradigm spell just becomes unfair real fast. Blue and red. Oof, this is a rough hand. We're gonna have to go pretty risky if we keep this. But we also have some real good cards. I'll keep it because we have the Potioner's Trove. If we didn't have this, I wouldn't keep it. But because we have this and we can get a mana of any color once we get to 3, it doesn't matter which lands we draw, because we'll be able to still use our white spells eventually. And then our tap land. That is not good. We need to be drawing lands right now. We're just gonna wait. I don't want to waste this on a 1/2 that taps creatures. It draws them a card too, but like whatever. Please draw a land, game. Please draw a land. No. Well, we got a creature at least. Could be worse. Is he gonna counter this? Okay. It's actually a pretty sick art for this card too. The thunder drums. Lightning coming out of his drums. That's so cool. Please give me a land this time, game. Please. It's gonna tap that. Tap that all on the flow. Alright. Land. Yes. There is our land. We get our Potioner's Trove out. No way. What are the odds that he's just got the counter of the non-creature spell? Now what are you gonna do? You gonna blow up my guy? Oh, he got an honor bound page, eh? At least this will give us some more mana. Gonna hit him with the lands, am I right? Not drawing any lands, bro. 3 of my cards need white mana and I have none. Okay. This match is gonna be over pretty quick if I don't start drawing some lands. Blow this up. Can't attack because I have to just wait and block this 1/2. It's good for us that he's burning through a lot of his cards really fast, and it doesn't seem like he has a lot of card draw currently. But at any second he could draw something that gives him some card draw, so we are not looking great here at the moment. Here we go. Oh, you're still thinking, eh? Stay cool. All right, buddy. Well, at least we can unsubtle mockery that if we have to. This man has 6 lands on the table, and I have 3. There's his draw 2. Has to discard 2, but he can just discard the lands that he doesn't need anymore, so. Ugh. I need to do this. I don't really want to, but I'm gonna have to discard that to get lands. So of course there's 2 here. We pick the plains. We can tap target creature, and we can put a stun counter on it. And I think we'll do that next turn. Tap this thing so that he can't swing with it. Ping him for a little damage. Tap is 3/3. He's gonna draw 2 cards. We get our Ascendant Dust Speaker. If we could draw another land, it'd be really cool to actually get to see this card hit the battlefield. Okay. We can't use its spell. Oh, no way. Yeah, that's fine, because then we'll get a 2/4 as well. Counter target creature spell. Nope. What do we get rid of here? We really don't want him to be able to draw cards, which I feel like is his most likely thing to try and pull back if he was going to pull anything back from the graveyard. So, and this guy works so well with Enos too. Next turn I can get Enos out and the Soaring Stone Glider if I want, because I can definitely exile 2 cards from my graveyard. The comeback is real. The comeback is coming back. Oh no. Star Singer, Hope Singer. Stirring Hope Singer. Oh. That hurts so much. We have no choice but to Unsubtle Mockery that guy. That has to go. Keep that. That's a decent card. Get Aziza out. Continue getting pinged for 4. This thing is so good. I think anytime you see the Stirring Hope Singer in your drafts, pick it up, guys. The more that you destroy your opponent's creatures, the more you get +1/+1 encounters on every creature you control. Nope. It's over. There is nothing we can really do here. Yeah, we bring this out for now, just so we have an extra body. And we pass. This man's has so many lands. I only have 5 HP. If he can get rid of one of my guys, I'm basically cooked. And he'll probably get rid of this one, which is my biggest body. Yeah. You're gonna tap this, aren't you? Oh, okay. Didn't really expect that. I can kill everything that he's swinging in here with except for the Spellbook Seeker. I think we keep our guy alive though. Keep our 3/3 up. Because now we can use Enos to exile it and return it. We can drop in our 4/3 with flying. I don't know if this is going to save us though. But that was a good turnaround. He's only got 1 card in his hand. Is it something that can save him? Or finish me off? It is entirely possible. Search your library for an instant or sorcery card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. And he can do it right now. He's gonna tap my flyer. My 4/3 flyer for sure. And he gets to draw a card from that too. Crazy. I have to keep blinking this with Enos if I want to survive this. But it just doesn't do any good. Oh, if I could just cast this. And I have a 4 cost and a 5 cost card in my hand other than that. We are getting very unlucky here. And there's 2 lands. Rip. Why are we getting 2 lands at all the times when we don't need 2 lands? Craziness. Oh, wait. Actually, we get the Sky Whale out right now. We get the Sky Whale out and we hope. We hope that he doesn't have any way of popping our Sky Whale. Because now if we get another land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we could cast both of these on our next turn. Get another 1/1 flyer. Have a 4/7. He's gonna create 2 1/1s. Shoot. He swings in with a 4/4 here and has to, he like kills our Glyph Mage and our Thunderdrum Soloist. Don't want to do that. I think I have to do this. I have no choice. But it's not gonna matter. We're cooked. What would I have gotten? 2 more lands. Love that for me. Lands, am I right? Bring in for 4. He comes back with everything, and I lose. GG. Good game. Not really, though, because we got completely land starved there at the beginning. Red and whites. Let's see. I mean, we don't need blue yet. I guess we keep this. It's almost the same hand we had, except we have our red and white sources this time. Drops a Death Toucher. And he's got the Bogwater Luminette, so this guy's definitely running the black-green colors for sure. This is going to enter tapped. I want to get value out of this, and it doesn't seem like there's really a lot I can do with it with any of the cards I have right now, so I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna hold out, block his 2/2 with my 1/3. Hope that we get another land. Oh my god. Sacrifice a permanent unless you gained life this turn. Bro gets to gain life every turn though. And again, we're not drawing our lands. I'm gonna have to drop this in. This is another blocker. I could make it so he can't block, but it doesn't do me any good. It's better used on like flyers later on, I think. Come on, land. Just one. I just need one more land. Then I can start doing some things. Yeah, I just have to just take the 7/6. The 4 cost 7/6, dude. He makes me lose 2 life. He doesn't have to sacrifice anything because he gained life this turn. Oh, huge. You do not have a hexproof card in your hand. There's no way. All right. Okay, buddy. Going in with my 3/3. The only way he can kill it is if he blocks with his Death Toucher or with his Bogwater Lumerette, which he definitely will not do. He'll probably block with this if he feels like it. He drops in another creature. The Tragedy Feaster continues being broken. We continue not having lands. That's actually game. That's just game right there. Because he swings for 2, swings for 7, swings for 3. I don't have enough to block at all, so. GG. Well, that was a quick ending. 3-2 on that one. Not bad though. Our deck outperformed what I expected for sure. But I still feel like the big creatures are just winning this format. Because there's not a lot of good removal for anything really big. We've played a lot of red and blue though so far. So maybe I just need to be running black so that I have some actual like destroy and exile spells. But that's going to be it for this one. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. Subscribe to the channel if you want some more MTG content. Comment down below and tell me what your favorite card in Strixhaven is so far. Throw a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome day. And we'll catch you on the next one. Later.